week, I climb a mountain because I'm lazy. Minimum input for maximal results. That's what we're talking about today. Legitimately, I know this sounds crazy or like clickbait or something, but when I was thinking about this video, I was like, I actually do this because I'm fundamentally lazy, and this one activity ticks off so many boxes for me on a weekly basis that it would be crazy not to do it. And I'm not just talking physical exercise, I'm talking mental health, I'm talking emotional health and well-being, I'm talking social well-being. Like, it impacts so many different aspects of my life in a positive way that if I was to do all of those things separately, it would take so much more time than just climbing a mountain once a week, that it actually saves me a ton of time. Time that I can spend lying on my couch reading my novels, or pottering in my garden, or doing any other lazy/chill activity. So how exactly does this work? I'm going to share 5 ways that climbing a mountain once a week saves me time and makes me happier and healthier. And while you might not be able to climb a mountain every week, there might be some other things that you could do that sort of would act as a replacement for this in your life and tick a lot of these boxes at the same time if you too are a fundamentally lazy person and would like to maximize what you can do in the minimal amount of time. Okay, so number 1 is it gets me out of the house. Now, this might not seem like something that a lot of you have to worry about, but maybe it is. Maybe you, like me, work from home and therefore don't have a lot of reasons to get out of your home. Not that long ago, I was spending way too much time in my house, and I realized that I really needed to create opportunities for me to get out into the world where there are other people and other things to look at other than my immediate surroundings. Now, I live on the Sunshine Coast in Australia. It's a beautiful part of the world. There's so much to see, so much to do, and it's basically a crime to not go and enjoy a lot of this beautiful natural wonder around me. And I enjoy it, I really do, but you get in a rut, right? You get stuck in a rut where you're just doing the same things. You're working from home, so you don't have any real reason to leave the house, and then you're like, oh, but I have to go get in my car and drive somewhere to do this. You're overcoming seemingly stupid obstacles, but that, you get in your head about it and you're like, oh, it's so much effort. No, it doesn't have to be. If you make it a routine and then you have an excuse and a reason that you have to do it once a week because you've made a promise to yourself that you're going to get out of the house and go climb a mountain once a week. And part of this sometimes is socializing as well. Often I will climb a mountain with a friend. I will invite them along, or someone from a hiking group, or I will just say hello to the other people also climbing the mountain, and you have a smile and a laugh and that moment of social connection, which again, when you work at home and live at home with your partner, who I love him very much, and he works at home as well, we work in the same businesses together, so it's like we're always together, and like we love each other and we also like each other, but sometimes you just need to see other people. And this is a great opportunity to get out of the house and actually see other human beings on a regular basis. Reason number 2 is that my life is very, very comfortable. I have deliberately designed my life to be incredibly comfortable because I'm fundamentally lazy and I like comfort and nice squishy things around me to make life as low anxiety and as relaxing and as calm as possible. Also a reason why I don't have children. But basically my life is very comfortable, and while that is great and lovely, it's also kind of dangerous because you actually need to challenge yourself so that you don't lose the ability to do hard things. So climbing a mountain once a week is one of my hard things that I do to make sure that I can maintain that hard things muscle and maintain the ability to make myself and push myself to do hard things in life, so that when a hard thing comes up that I'm perhaps not expecting, I won't be so soft and malleable that I just melt under the onslaught of the hard thing. I think maintaining and building resilience is important. It's the same reason I have a cold shower a couple of times a week. No, but does anybody actually like cold showers? I mean, I'm talking cold. It's not so bad in summer because I have tank water. So in summer, my cold showers are like lukewarm. But in winter, I may live in the subtropics, but that water does get pretty chilly in winter. Reason number 3 is it gets me outside. Now, this is different from leaving my house. This is getting me outside and into the natural world. Now, most of these mountains are in actual national parks. So I'm getting into the proper natural world around me, the way that It is supposed to be not manicured gardens. As much as I love manicured gardens, don't get me wrong, I literally have an entire YouTube gardening channel. I love gardening. But there's something special about getting out into the wild, natural world. And that's one of the big reasons I love climbing a mountain every week, especially my favorite mountain, because my favorite mountain, not many people climb because it is kind of a local secret. So you don't usually see tourists there, and you don't see a lot of people there because it's actually a pretty challenging one. It's not an easy one to just walk up. So I love climbing up this particular mountain, especially for this, because it's me, it's the birds. I might see one, maybe two other people, especially the times I climb, but it's just me and nature. And I get to just immerse myself and sit with that nature and be part of it, because we're part of it. And I think a lot of the times we forget that. We kind of insulate ourselves, protect ourselves, cut ourselves off from nature. And it's such an important part of being human, is communing with nature and remembering that we are an integral part of it. We're not separate from it. And climbing a mountain once a week just taps me into that knowing and that understanding and being with nature and in nature. And I think it's a really powerful thing mentally, also physically. You know, they talk about the physical health benefits for your blood pressure and all those sorts of things. By spending time in nature, it really does improve not only your mental but your physical health. So this is a really important reason why I like to climb a mountain once a week. Reason number 4 is a combination of gratitude and vision. So when you're on a mountain, you literally get a long range view. You can look for kilometers. Like I can see out to the ocean. I can see out towards the other mountain ranges in the distance. I can see my town over in the distance and the other towns around me. And it gets you up above the daily hustle and bustle of things going on the normal ground level, and lets you sit and really get that wider view of the world. It helps you to look at the bigger picture, literally and figuratively. I mean, it's literally great for my eye health because I spend way too much time staring at a screen that's like this far from my face. So getting outside for an hour, climbing a mountain, my vision is constantly changing. I'm getting up, I'm looking at vistas way in the distance, I'm looking at stuff closer up. So it's great for that. But again, I keep thinking of new reasons why it's good. So I didn't even think of that one before I started this video. But it's great for your eye health. It's great for your ability to kind of zoom out and look at that bigger picture. And for me as well, it's an exercise in gratitude, because not only am I grateful for the fact that I have a body that allows me to climb a mountain, it reminds me of where I am and where not only literally where I am, which it does, like I'm literally in a beautiful part of the world. I live in a gorgeous part of the world with so many natural wonders and beauty around me, and climbing that mountain and looking out on that really reminds me of that. But it also makes me grateful for the figurative place I'm at in my life, where I have built businesses and designed a life that allows me to go climb a mountain whenever the heck I want, because I make my own schedule and I do things whenever I want to do them. So I have the freedom and the ability to go climb a mountain in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening if I want to. Yes, I sometimes climb at night with my trusty head torch. It really gives me that opportunity to tap into that bigger picture, look at my life, look at the world around me, and be grateful for all of it that I have. And speaking of great, there's nothing quite like getting to the top of a mountain to make you feel pretty great about yourself and about life. And my final reason, which is technically number 5, but I think we're actually up to like 8 reasons now, is the actual physical health benefits. Now, when I climb a mountain, I basically get 3 workouts, maybe 4 workouts, maybe 5 for the price of 1. Let me explain. The first and most obvious one is cardio, right? I'm huffing and puffing, my heart rate is up. And generally speaking, it's high intensity. Like I'm going hard. Sometimes I have to stop, let my heart rate come down a little bit, but then I go again. So it's basically one high intensity interval training exercise every week. And instead of doing it on a stationary bike or jumping on the spot or something really boring like that, I get to be at the top of a mountain at the end of it, which I think personally is way more enjoyable than those other options. The second thing is it's basically strength training for my legs, because you're going up basically stairs the entire way, or you're climbing up bits of awkward rock. So it's really good strength training for my lower body. So that saves me having to do an extra half an hour to an hour in the gym strength training, because I get it by climbing the mountain. It also works on my balance, because I'm constantly, climbing up and on uneven ground. So rather than having to do any sort of balance training, it's strengthening my ankles and my feet and their ability to flex and move around and hold my weight in different positions. So it's not only balance, but it's also proprioception, like training my ability to move through space and know where my body is in space. So basically, it's giving me a ton of physical health benefits, all for the price of climbing one mountain. So if you made it this far, I hope I've convinced you of the power of climbing a mountain once a week and why it's a great idea for lazy people to do something like it on a regular basis. If you're interested in this sort of content, I have another video of 5 healthy habits that you might like to watch next. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.